Hello everyone and welcome back to another Mara stock chart planning update video. I will be going over Bitcoin as well in this video, but we're going to focus on Mara and why I believe that in October we are finally going to get our first out of three, our first level of bullish confirmation, which is finally prices sustainably trading inside this green fib extension that I have here for you guys. So you guys already know. You guys already know that September has been more bullish than anticipated. This is the most bullish September in Bitcoin's history, I believe. At least all the way back to the state down here. We're expecting a positive quarter, very positive quarter, because we also have those interest rate cuts and ETF for the Bitcoin adoption, right? Just for the first time in history, this is all happening. So it is anticipated that we're going to see real good gains throughout the rest of this year, leading into 2025, which is also expected to be very bullish. But tomorrow is not just the first, traditional business trading day of the week, but it is also the last day of September. So tomorrow, and I'm gonna give you guys an update on this because if you guys have been watching for a bit, and if you are in the Discord server, you know that I'm trying to currently accumulate BITU, but prices did go up a little bit on Bitcoin, and I'm trying to see when there's another good opportunity to add the rest of the 40% capital that I have, that I want to put into that trade. I only have 60% of it invested right now, but I'll keep you guys updated on that. And tomorrow we may see a dip in Bitcoin tomorrow. We're currently seeing running around. I'm gonna go over that in a little bit, but we may see a good little bullish correction opportunity tomorrow to accumulate, to go ahead and continue this bullish play that we're currently in. But we're gonna jump into Mara right now. So of course, before I do, everything in this video is just my own personal opinion. It is not financial advice. This video and every video I ever make is always going to be a way for me to express, a way for me to document and share with you guys what is not just going on, but why I believe, a good breakdown of what I personally see. And again, it's all my personal opinion, not financial advice. So basically, you guys all also know, if you've been watching for a bit, you know that I treat this gap between the red and the green, first red and first green to be exact, as a patience area, do nothing area, because this is where price is trying to decide if it's going to have a bullish break of structure. Because if you can see previously, prices did break above this green level and then quickly got rejected. So super shallow. And then usually when we go into the red, we usually trade around the red for a little bit. So I don't want to just see prices break into the green sometime soon, sometime in October. I'm expecting this stock to trade down a little bit tomorrow, Monday. I'm expecting this to trade down a little bit, nearing this roughly $15.80 price level down here. Not touching it, but I do believe we're going to trend a little bit lower towards it, and then it'll be a good continuation to this little bit of a bullish, ascending support that we see right here. So hopefully that makes sense, and I'm actually going to leave that there. I kind of like the way that looks. It gives you guys a good visual representation. We're going to be a little bit more conservative with it, and we're going to use the body of the candle as a support. So we can easily see the price dance around this a little bit. But basically, since we do not have it, we're still technically in a downtrend. I don't care what's going on. I don't care if we're in this smaller bullish structure right here. But you guys need to understand that overall, we're still in a lower or in a downtrending pattern. So we see higher or lower high, lower high, lower high. We finally had a little bit of break above, but it failed. We broke down and we made a little bit of a lower low, and now we're trying to see if we can retest this area, which I believe we will. But we can't just retest this, because once we retest this swing high, we'll finally be back in the green area, but that is not enough for me to have that first level confirmation checked off, because we need to see prices sustain itself at least in this discounted portion down here. and it can trade in this area for quite a while. I actually anticipate that we, not in October, most probably not in November either. We're not going to break above this area. We will see. But we are going to finally start trading this area, and most likely we're going to start seeing consolidation within this area. And of course, I'm not going to get into my second or third level confirmation, but you guys already know that I am looking to. I believe it's a good idea to start shaving the positions that any of you accumulated in this area down here, or in any lower price down here in this red accumulation area. It may be a good idea to start shaving some of those positions up here, even though it might be a small position. Overall, it's still a good idea to shave in this area, because any further consolidation we'll see as Bitcoin tries to reach all-time highs once again can easily cause a lot of volatility in the stock, and we can easily see prices dip down below the green. Even if we break above it and hold there for a few days, even a week, we can easily see the price break below it as well, and that can cause a lot of fear and a lot of just a lot of confusion in a lot of portfolios. I think it's a good idea to just shave, even if you accumulate it very, very lightly. There's nothing wrong with that, and I think it's silly that a lot of people, and I'm not trying to bash on anyone, but for example, look at me. I invested all the capital I had to put back into BITU. I invested 60% of it. I'm not 100% invested into it, so it's still a small position, and I am looking to shave that position. If Bitcoin, like for example, if it were to jump up tomorrow or like sometime this week, I am no problem selling off even like half of that position. Even though I'm not fully invested, I'm still okay with shaving some of it, because prices are a little bit higher and they're going to reach a nice resistance area that I'm keeping an eye on, that you guys should know about if you've been watching for a bit. So there's nothing wrong with that, guys. If you have a small position, you didn't accumulate as much as you wanted to, and the price goes higher, start managing your position, start shaving it off. There's no, manage your portfolio. There's no make it or break it kind of thing. No, you manage your portfolios and you handle small fluctuations. You make small changes in your portfolio. You don't just buy all in and sell everything right away as the prices go up and down. No, that's crazy. You can shave, slowly add, slowly shave off as you continue to fluctuate in whatever direction you are, trying to pay attention, or whatever direction you believe favors your trade. I hope that made sense. But yeah, I'm going to, so this purple line is still here. It's been here for a while. This purple line, if you guys don't know, if you guys are new, it represents the premium and discounted half of the current bullish structure wave or range that we are in. So from late 2022 down here all the way up to the swing high, this is our current bullish structure that we're looking at, and this is the halfway point of it. So we are in the discounted half of that still, but slowly making our ways back into the half. But just like, it's as simple as that, guys. Even if it takes days, weeks, it's whatever. There's no reason to rush into trades. This is why there's a lot of other assets and a lot of other cryptos and stocks, a lot of other things you can be paying attention to as you wait for this to play out. So you don't need to watch this like a hawk. You can always set alerts. And pretty much every exchange I think has this. Or if you're using like TradingView or even like Yahoo Finance, CNBC, Wall Street Journal, I believe they all offer MarketWatch. They all offer alerts. So set alerts. Wait for your alerts to be triggered. If they don't trigger, that means price is still consolidating in a value gap where it's still trying to decide if it's going to have a break of structure to the upside or to the downside. So it's as simple as that. There's no reason to spend so much time on something. You can just set your alerts and come back to it later. So until we see sustained price bullishness into the green, I'm not going to be doing anything. And if we dip back into this red, cool. That's back in my accumulation area, and I will continue to manage my trade accordingly, and I'll give you guys an update on that. But it's as simple as setting alerts, knowing what your levels are, and knowing that you are a responsible trader and you are never going to be FOMO'd into anything, feared out of anything. You make sense of your own stuff and then you go on from there. So Mara, it's just a waiting game for me still. It's just a waiting game. We saw Bitcoin dip down a little bit. Finally, right? Cool. Because Bitcoin, so last video I made, I went over and I drew this out right here. I said, we're up here from this swing low to this swing high. This is the levels I'm looking at for a potential support. If we were to dip down, we're finally in this area. We came down to the 0.618 and bounced up higher. We're above that 0.5, and we're waiting to see what's going to happen. So yeah, it created a lot of imbalance right here, but it's still very shallow, and we don't need to fill that right away. Ideally, I would like to see price come down and retest this 0.35 down here, between the 0.35 and the 0.5 in this area down here. That would be ideal, although it does not have to happen. At a minimum, we did reach solid support for a little bit of a correction to continue the trade higher. So if we are truly in a bullish structure, so we had a break of structure right here, we're up higher, we've come back down, so it could have been a liquidity grab, but we will find out. This is still a little too early to determine that. These are just 4-hour candles. But the other thing is that we also did, go into this blue resistance area. So minimum requirements were met with this, so it makes sense for prices to dip down, correct itself, and actually like reasonably correct itself, not like a quick dip and then a quick jump up, like actually like decently correct itself, like down here where it spent like 2 days correcting itself and then pushed up higher. We want to see healthy corrections so we can see better, more clear uptrend patterns forming. So what I'm doing right now is that thankfully I haven't been adding into BITU because Bitcoin did jump higher, and I kept saying if this jumps higher, breaks over the swing high, starts messing with this blue-ish colored extension area, then I'm not going to add. I'm actually going to let it run, and if we do reach that, so this resistance on this bigger picture triangle, which kind of flirts with the just above the 1.236, that's where I'm looking to start shaving out of BITU. But if we see any corrections beforehand back into these support areas right here and right here, again, this support area is for a correction within this structure, and then this structure, it's for this right here. So these are all support areas. This is my first level support, and as long as tomorrow the price stays within this area, I am no problem. I'm gonna be adding more to BITU. I'll probably add the rest of the 40% right away, to be honest, because I still see prices coming up into around this 67.5 level easily. If we do dip down lower, or if we see any kind of weakness, or if I see candles showing like negative like volume, although we are somewhat discounted in the RSI, I'm gonna give it time. I'm gonna see, because if we hold quite well, and we actually start seeing reasonable reversal, then I'll just put the rest of the 40% in. If not, I'll just put half of it, and then because the potential of it falling would be greater. But whatever I do end up deciding to do, I'll keep you guys updated, and I always advise or share it with my Discord server before it's on YouTube, either way. But this is a very, very important moment. Tomorrow's the last day of September. Bullish October ahead of us. We have a lot of positivity with China and their stimulus. Real good news. It's good for their economy. And then we have interest rate cuts. We have, I think, tomorrow, Monday, Jerome Powell speaks, so we'll see how that goes as well. There's a lot of factors into this, so we're gonna see what this looks like soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this made sense. I hope you understand the importance of being real patient, not just with Mara, but with Bitcoin right now. We are still trying to see if this first support area is going to hold. If not, we're going to retesting this area. It'll be completely healthy and okay if we see this swing low being retested. So I'm completely aware of that, and I'm always looking at all these major swings, because usually they act as a magnet. And then with Mara, you just got to be patient with Mara. There's no reason to rush into any trades, because again, this gap is where price is going to decide which direction it's going to have its break of structure. And just be patient, guys. Understand there's a lot of other things to look at. There's no problem with not taking a trade one day. There's no problem with just watching, set alerts, and just forget about it. Let your alerts tell you when you should be really paying attention to any asset. In my opinion, it's gonna put less weight on your shoulders, less stress. Just let your alerts tell you when to pay attention. It's as simple as that. So I hope you guys have a great day or night whenever you're seeing this. Let's see how October goes, guys. We're just about there. Just a little bit more, and then we're in October. So I'm very excited. I'll catch you guys in the next video.